Hey guys, today I'm doing my take on Southern dessert. Right here I have some cornbread that I just whipped up. I'm going to plop it into a 400-degree oven for about 17 minutes. This took around 17 minutes at 400 degrees. Alright, so right here I have my cornbread that's cooling, that has been finished baking. Now I'm going to start my sweet peaches. So right here I have some peaches that I cut up nice and thinly. I got a little bit of brown sugar that I'm going to throw in there, probably about like a tablespoon and a half of brown sugar. Then I'm going to take some granulated sugar and I'm going to put a tablespoon of that in there and just stir that nice and good. And you're going to have to, as it starts to cook, you're going to probably have to add a little bit more sugar or just a little bit of molasses. Molasses works too. And I'm going to add a little bit of cinnamon to that. Just a light little dusting of it. So once you finish, your peaches have been seasoned. Now you want to take them and you want to put them into like a medium-sized pan on like medium-low, and you just want to throw them in there. And they're gonna take if you want them to be really sweet, you want them to cook for like 20-ish minutes on like medium-low heat. So right here, my peaches have just finished. I did have to add a little bit more brown sugar and a little bit of granulated sugar, but that's just, you have to vary how much sugar you want to like how sweet you want the peaches. If you're not a sweet tooth, then you don't want to add too much. If you're a sweet tooth, then you might want to add a little bit more. So these are my finished peaches right here. Now I'm going to start on my candied pecans. Right here I have like 6 ounces of pecan halves. I have 1 egg white, and we're just going to mix that with the pecan halves. Now your pecan halves and your egg white should be fully combined. It should be nice and sticky, so when you put your granulated sugar in there, it should stick to it. And just give it just gotta add a little bit more. Some cinnamon. Right here we got some cinnamon. We're just gonna do a nice little sprinkle of it. And then we're gonna add some brown sugar to that too. Stir that up so it's nice and combined. If the brown sugar and sugar is not visible to see, like sticking to the pecans, then there's not enough. So as you see here, we have it's pretty good because all the sugar and all that's starting to stick. Just make sure you break up these little brown sugar clumps. Alright, so here we have our pecans. They are fully coated in the sugar and the egg whites and the cinnamon, a little bit of cinnamon that we had. So now we have a medium-sized pot here on medium heat. We're going to throw these pecans in. And you just want to cook them until they're nice and crispy or like nice and crunchy. So my pecans have just been finished. Right here, they've cooked for like 15 minutes and they're really crunchy. So my pot got a little hot, and if your pot does get a little hot, you can add like 1/4 of a cup of cream and just stir that in there and let it cook for a little bit. So now it's time to plate. So right here I have my beautiful cornbread, and we're just gonna cut the top off of it so it's a little bit more symmetrical. And so right here, we're just gonna place it down. So what I learned in MasterChef Junior is if something like this, you don't want people to see that. So you flip it on the other side so you get the nice beautiful crust of the cornbread. And now we're gonna just pick out a nice few slices of our peaches, and we're just gonna lay our peaches over top of it. Just like this. And now we have our peaches laid. So in the middle we have a little square that I built just for the pecans. And we're gonna take 4 or 5 pecans, just put them right in the center there. And right here I have my homemade whipped cream that I made, which is basically a cup of heavy whipping cream and 2 tablespoons of sugar. And I'm just gonna get like 3 nice little scoops of this, and I'm just gonna onto the plate. And so right here, we're gonna just take 1 pecan and we're just gonna cut it into 3 pieces. So, 1, 2, 3. So right here, we're just gonna take our pecans, just gonna put them right there on top of our whipped cream. Boop. Just like that. We have my style of southern dessert. So here are 2 different plating options I did right here. Right here I did basically like a tower of peaches. And then I did nice little pecans. And then if you turn over here, I took some leftover peaches that I had. And basically what you do is you kind of just bend them a little bit and bend them how you would like them to do. Over here, I just did 4 peaches and then 3 dollops of whipped cream. And you want to do 3 because you always want to plate in an odd number. And so you can see right here we have the peaches. On this side we do not have the peaches.